and record all at the same time. All right. We are live once again on Good Friday. Actually, it's Good Friday today.
Oh, the service is at 7. Grace.
Yeah.
Hey, welcome.
My recording's not working yet.
Guys.
Wait,
Beauty.
You talk while I reset the recording over here.
JC023. Hey, Celebrity Lash Brow Design. Hey, Christine. Eyelash.
And
Eyelash.
Okay,
Lash
there we
Brow,
go.
LA.
Now I'm live. Good. We're live now here on YouTube. We're live on Instagram, and we are recording as we always do. So actually, this one, I don't know. We're thinking we may not post this one because this is what happened today.
It's going to be a little minute.
I didn't prepare anything today. Nothing. I didn't look up a movie. I didn't look up good news. I feel horrible. I betrayed your trust. I'm sorry, guys. I decided today to take the day off and board game. So I've been busy playing nerdy things and hang out with some friends who actually are on a nice work schedule. They're off Friday, Saturday. So I decided to take Friday off.
But I did a craft. So.
And Tussanee did a craft. So we have that. But what we would like to do, if possible, is have you guys talk to us about or do some questions. I mean, let me share this real quick. I'll just start with this, and then we'll get into Tussanee's craft. And if you guys have questions, this is the episode to bring your questions, and Tussanee's here to talk anything lashes, and I'm here just to be a color commentary or something. So I posted yesterday something about spending our time. One of the things I thought, because if you guys saw, at least in California, we just found out that our stay-at-home now is going to be going to May 15th. So we got 5 more weeks of this, at least minimum.
Probably going to be longer.
It could be longer, but that said, we have a lot of time in our hands, and there's a lot of pressure to feel like you need to perform or come out of this with a whole new world. And I do think the only thing that I feel like I really want to get out of this is maybe a change of perspective on some things. And for me, I've decided to really work on some new disciplines and slow down a little bit, not feel like I have to get, if you hit the table, by the way, it bounces out. Okay. Try to say, wait, roll, we pause. And we're back.
Just try to say.
What I was trying to say is, for me, I want to give all you guys permission, because that's what I've been giving myself. I just want to share where I'm at. And that is, you don't have to be this mega super productive person coming out with a whole new roadmap for your life or new business. I see a lot of people out there saying, start your new online business. And the problem is, if you're thinking about starting a new online business, what if you don't like that? I mean, not everyone's meant for it. If everyone's meant to do online businesses, doing training, let's say, then everyone would do it, and then there would be no students at some point, right? And there would be nothing else to do. We just all do online businesses. It's kind of the same idea where some people are all feeling like we're all supposed to be doing product lines right now, right? Everyone's supposed to have their own product line or be a trainer.
Online class, right?
Yeah, or like the online class. And that's where everyone's pushing, saying, well, hey, you're home, so everyone should start online class. And that's just not simply true. I mean, we've been working on something, to be honest, we're struggling with it. We're trying to figure out what will that look like. We have an online program we've been thinking about for over a year. And now I'm like, well, maybe I don't want to quite do it, because the truth is, to go at the level that I think I need to do it, it may require me to work 80, 90 hours a week forever until it's all fully up. And that just doesn't sound appealing anymore. After having this kind of slower period of time, enjoying being with the kids at night and with my wife, and having a nice morning routine right now where I get up and I literally have like an hour and a half, 2 hours of no work, but just focusing on working out, some time in the Bible, some time to just enjoy my coffee on the back porch. It's kind of like, wow, this is like,
it's like golden. Like, this time is like so special. Like, I've been having a real hard time doing my goals, like the new transformative stuff for the business. I'm lucky to have him, that he's like cracking the whip and doing the,
what little good it's done so far.
No, I know. Seriously, I'm very resistant.
The book, how much pages have you written? Maybe 2 pages, maybe in 3 weeks.
Shut up. We go at our own pace.
That's right.
Okay?
Yeah, it's okay.
No, so here's the thing. It's like, I whatever's coming out is coming out. And it's like, I'm using this time to unclutter my mind and get the stuff I need to get done. And I'm going to take your advice and give myself no guilt.
Exactly. And by the way,
not getting that stuff done,
And I think the big thing is to realize that for each of us, it's going to be different. So there's been some people out there saying, if you come out of this with a whole new business, you're wasted
a waste of time.
And I just don't think we're all at different stages in our life. And some of us, we are right there. I talked to someone who like, oh my gosh, this couldn't come at a better time for me. I was ready to pivot. And this is just giving me that time to pivot and make those changes. And that's awesome. I think that's beautiful that came up. Other people who've never taken a slow day in their life have been working maybe 10 years, 60 hours a week and not taking vacations. Man, maybe the only thing you really need to do right now is take that time off and just chill. And you know what? If we are going to be off 5, 6, like here in LA, it looks like it may be 8 weeks before we ever get a chance to get back to work. Well, 3 or 4 weeks taking it down. And then the last 4 weeks, you kind of amp it up and maybe you do something else. That's okay. And if it's all 8 weeks, you say, you know what, I'm just going to give myself the best furlough that I've ever dreamt about. And I'm going to enjoy that to read some books, sleep 8-10 hours a day, and maybe watch the Tiger King 20 times. Well, I wouldn't advise doing that a bunch of times. That said, just using that time in ways that make you feel better and grow and feel better about yourself and get rested. That's what it is. The game is not to compete and compare to other people and look what everyone else is doing. Say, well, that other person started 18 new online programs. The other person read or wrote 20 books, and someone else, read the whole dictionary. I have all these things I got to do. So no, stop comparing. Stop looking at everyone else, what they're trying to accomplish, and see what's on your menu and order what you need for yourself and go, you know what? I'm not going to have what you're having. I'm going to have something different. I'm going to order my own items that makes me feel good about myself. And so I'm not going to read that book. I'm not going to do that online class. I'm actually going to go back and paint my salon maybe and fix that up. So when we get back in, people are excited to the new space and you get rolling with that new future. So just don't feel that pressure to start. Because by the way, starting that second business or that third business, whatever you're trying to do, when you get back, if you're not fully vetted or set up correctly, you're going to have double the work, right? And if you're not really like doing it because you love this, so this was always your dream, you're just doing it because everyone's telling you, hey, go start that online business, go get that second stream of revenue, and it's not really in your wheelhouse or in your passion or even maybe what you're good at, right? Maybe you're not really good at writing content. Maybe you hate writing posts for Instagram. Maybe you hate writing blogs. Like you always talk about starting a blog. I mean, how many people have a website with a blog and it has one posting that says hello world on it? I mean, it's like for every one of those, there's maybe, you need 100 of those hello world blogs and you'll get one real blog that's been started.
There, but for the grace of God, go I. Don't we all have those aspirations? Yeah. And you know what? There is no shame.
No.
Because,
But that's telling you something. Maybe that's not your thing. Maybe you're not a writer. Like you feel like I'm supposed to be a writer. And I'm supposed to write blogs every day. Or I'm not supposed to post on Instagram these long descriptive things. And you go, you know what?
I don't like that.
I don't like it. Every time I sit down and do it, I get mad or I feel depressed. And on the same side, maybe you can do it. You're just a little afraid. Maybe you got things blocking your ability to get to where you need to go. And wow, long pause there. And maybe you're blocking you. Maybe you're just a little fearful. Maybe you're scared of some things that will reveal about yourself because blogs or some of these things kind of are introspective at times. So all that said, there's a long time for you guys to sit down, do some self-discovery, do a little self-awareness, do some evaluation and learn a little bit about yourself and then choose your path and live with it and just take responsibility for it. Say, no, I chose this path. That's what I did. When people ask what I did for my 2 months when I was at home, and I told them not a lot. I actually spent most of my time maybe reading some books and relaxing. Then God bless you. All right. Feel good. But if you went out there and you found a new business and you started doing that, then God bless you for that too. And each path is fine. Don't feel that need the comparison and win this game of who can do the most during the lockdown. That's just not, that's actually something you're going to lose no matter what, because there's always going to be someone who does more than you. So every path is different. So anyhow, I just wanted to put that out there as a little, I guess, permission or forgiveness for those of you who are thinking differently. Yeah, I'm sorry.
And thank you to IB Training Studio. I like that little plan word.
She was at LashCast.
I know. Thank you, sweetheart. She says, I want to read your book, Tussanee.
So, Tuss, you need to read that book. Yeah, what do you think for you? I mean, really, Tuss. I mean, here's the thing. Tuss has been struggling. Every day, we'll just do a little talk here live.
I've been really
with
struggling.
What's been going on, you think?
Well, for the most part, it's like all the clutter and all the dirt and all the junk in the house was like I couldn't think of anything. While all that stuff was there, I go to sit down and it's just like literally stuff is like just bursting at the seams, junk. So I just had to get rid of that junk first. And now it's like the discipline. Now it's like not the fun stuff. It's like I'm stuck because I have all this information and I have it in a training manual form, very basic.
I mean, we have like an 80-page training manual,
but it is not the level that I want to get out. And it's just, I don't know if it's just a discipline or what. I think I'm thinking something magical is going to happen. Like all of a sudden I'm going to want to sit down and do it.
Yeah.
But I don't.
Being inspired as a writer just doesn't exist. When I worked in Hollywood, writing became a job. I worked with some writers. We worked on wrote a bunch of scripts, and we just went to work every day. We showed up at work, and for 10, 12 hours a day, we wrote. That was it. There was nothing else. We weren't waiting for that. Wow, today we have that one cool idea that really gets me excited. It's like, no, just start working. We have to write, we have this project, we have the script, and we get to the scene. What's next? And we work our way through, and we had our process and how we would do it. So it just became a job. And I think that for a lot of us, that's where there's a sense like, oh, I'm going to do this online thing, or I'm going to do this product line, or we're going to develop a new service, or I'm going to develop a new product, or write a book. And we're waiting for that moment of inspiration. And I just don't think it exists. I've never seen it. There's moments where you're happy, where you're doing something and you're excited. Like maybe you see the end coming, or maybe you just found a problem, you solve something, and you're like, oh my gosh, this is super exciting. I just realized this whole new idea, or maybe you came up with a new concept for your book. Like you didn't think about it, like, oh my gosh, here's a whole new chapter of a topic no one's ever talked about in our industry. And it's something that you think you could add to the conversation. And even for a moment you get excited, but then it becomes work again, because now you actually have to go back and do it. I love writing songs, but it has to be in my terms, because once it's a job, I lose my motivation and creativity.
Right. And that's it. It's like all of a sudden it's like a job, a duty. And it's like, I know there have been times in the past where it just flows out of me and I'm so excited. I'm not in that place right now. So I don't know what conclusion it is. I don't know if I don't like it. And even if I don't like it, doesn't mean that I don't do it. Right. It means that I discipline myself, just like exercise, right? You don't like it. I mean, it gets to in the beginning, you don't like it, right?
Yeah, I mean, you maybe just try for a while, because one of the things we always told our kids is try things and just give it real effort, though. And then if you don't like it down the road, then you can quit. I don't like the idea, like I won't do it or never give it a try. That to me, that always feels.
It has to be fun in order for me to do it.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's discipline.
And sometimes it's the reward at the end that becomes the fun. It's not so much the actual process that's actually fun. Now, the best is when you find the process and the end result is rewarding. Then you found kind of like the gold. Like you love writing and you just enjoy that process of exploring words and sharing ideas. And then you also, of course, get done with that book or that concept or that blog. And at the end, you're also very satisfied. And then the real cool part comes back when people respond and comment and give you sort of talks right back. Like yesterday when I blogged, in the sense, our mini blogged on our Instagram and shared that and got tons of people responding, I get excited. It's like, oh my gosh, these people really were reacting to the post and they liked it. So I get a reward there for me. So there's different ways of getting those rewards. And when you can line those all up, I think it's all the better. But at the same time, some things are just work. And some things, like for me, there are things I had to do for LashCon last year, not a lot of fun, whether it was just budgeting things or just like one things I a lot of times dread doing is the design. Wait for the pause. What I dread sometimes is the building, the design, like the posters and all that, because we didn't really have a budget to pay anyone. So I ended up having to make most of that stuff myself. And we had some artwork we worked with. We had our daughter. We hired to make some more stuff. But overall, I had to build it. So I made that the very last thing I had to do because I so dreaded doing it, because I thought it was ugly and horrible. And so God willing, this coming year, we'll have someone that can make it look pretty, and I won't have to worry about it. Just hand it off and let them do it. So anyhow, just some thoughts on that. Why don't we, since we didn't have a lot of no questions so far, because as we said, this episode's all about questions if you have. If not, Tuss right now is going to go on and talk about her craft that she came up with. You needed mic from.
All right. So basically, before all this started, we bought some wash and wear masks that we could, take care of the family with. And Paul assured me that, oh no, we can you can launder these things, right? And so I bust them out
I don't know if I
today.
shared them, but I thought so.
And so basically they're just this one, we got them on Amazon. They've got little valves here. And inside there is a liner that they come with, but he's like, oh, we can wash these things. And they're made out of paper, right? Actually, I don't have one with me. But anyway, so I said, well, I don't think you can wash the paper. I don't think that's going to work. So what I did today
like washing paper.
Was I made some little liners. And this is what they look like. This is, they're sewn together.
Is that silk? Like what did you use?
No, this is actually a polyester.
Oh, polyester.
And believe me, I save things forever. I have saved this for close to maybe 29 years. This fabric.
About my age.
The reason why I know is because I saved it. I originally bought this to make waterproof diaper covers for when the kids were babies.
Okay.
And I love this fabric so much because it's actually waterproof. It's got a really tight weave to it, so nothing can get through. And then I just put like a sheet and muslin liner on one side. And I just did a quick stitch on the outside and sewed them together. And so these can be laundered. These can be just thrown in the laundry, and then you can just put a new one right in there. These are actually quite comfortable. It's, anyway, so that's what I did. Take care of my little family.
Now, I don't know if you get the N95. I'm guessing the N95 rating goes down once you start using your own materials.
Well, here's an N95 mask. Literally, we have just a couple of them that we've saved forever from a while ago. You can see it's kind of nasty in there.
We actually bought these years ago when we had someone who was so allergic to the adhesive. We were trying to find any way to create.
One of our staff members.
Yeah, one of our team members.
We bought a bunch of these masks. And anyway, so this can fit in there. It can fit in there.
Okay.
It can, but
I mean, again, at this point, N95 is not the point.
We have a couple boxes. We're going to donate them to the hospital. So I was just thinking to we'll just launder these.
And the point, guys, just in case you know, because I've seen some people misunderstand, going, well, wearing masks, like in California, I think we're required. I don't know if it's the whole state or just in LA, we're required to wear masks, and they're saying to make them, right? Because they don't want you taking the N95s out of the circulation using those. And I then hear, well, then what good is it? It's not going to keep you from getting sick. Exactly. It's not going to keep you from getting sick. But if you are sick, it will
cut down on the transmission.
Yes, it'll stop.
It just means I'm protecting you.
Yeah.
When somebody's wearing that mask, it says I'm protecting you.
Exactly. And that's one of the things I think when I didn't realize this, I was reading a guy who lives in Japan. He was talking about Japan, that the reason why in Japan, maybe this is true in most Asian countries, they wear masks is not to keep themselves from being sick. It's when they're not feeling good, they always put a mask on in case, and they do preemptively. Like, I don't know, maybe I'm feeling like a cold's coming on. They'll put the mask on because they don't want to get anyone else sick. And when you're in a city like Tokyo, I think it's 25 million people. I mean, it's like more than double the size of New York. And it's seriously, when I was there 10 years ago now, actually, you go on the subways, they are all packed, and it seems like everyone's on the subway. So if you wear a mask, you're keeping everyone from being sick, and you're keeping them from spreading. And some people even postulate right now, that's one of the reasons why Japan hasn't quite had the same outbreak as we have had, because they are very conscious of that, and people put the mask on as soon as they think they have anything or if they're exposed to anyone, and they're okay with it. It's not culturally weird to walk around with a mask. In the United States, you kind of seems a little strange if you're walking around with a mask.
I'll tell you, this has changed my philosophy. I never wore masks doing lashes before. There's some people that did and do.
Yeah, a lot of people do.
Them, but I didn't. And I completely took it from the point, well, it's not, because it's not complete seal. It's not necessarily protecting. With the loops that I use, I'm farther away from the client's face. I mean, the client's here and I'm not like this, right? But, this has changed my whole perspective, and I just see it as an extra courtesy of I'm protecting you. If there's anything that I could possibly be transmitting, it's just one extra step. So yeah. I think that after this, I'm going to continue to do that.
Especially for the next year, with the COVID-19 is still going to be around until we're all immune. It's going to be part of our life, and we're all going to be potentially having it without knowing it and possibly passing it on. And Tussanee, most of our clients are, like, a large percentage of them are elderly. And so with
that's such an ugly word.
They're just like that. More elderly. Mature and aged.
They're like amazing.
They're in their golden years. How about that? They're in their golden years.
Vreeland.
Yeah, the golden years, whatever it is. Yeah, they're just old enough. Pause here. They're just old enough that basically this COVID-19 is not their friend. It's not anyone's friend. As we've learned, anyone can get seriously sick, but it's much more difficult for someone who's older to get through it. And so I think for us, as a nice tip, ideas, I think masks are just going to be part of the way we do business. And it's not because it's, I don't know, our whole society is going to change. I think Tussanee believes that. I think it's going to become fashionable. Like there are going to be clothing lines coming out with cool clothes with masks now. And it's just going to be really kind of interesting to see. At least we'll see that in New York in the fall. I'm sure they're going to have a whole new line of designer wear,
cowls and things
but masks
like that,
and all that. So yeah, we'll see. It's a strange thing. We'll look back at this time saying the masks, the mask singer became mainstream for everyone. Everyone became a mask singer or mask employee or something while walking around with their bunny ear hats on, stuff like that.
Speaking of bunny ears,
my
bunny ears. These actually came from Sugar Bunny Lashes.
Oh,
it
yeah,
was the swag that they gave out at
Ice Show, right?
Ice Show.
Vegas or Long.
And just
Long
because Beach. It's we're quarantining at home, I just thought I'd wear some fun stuff for you guys. So
well, Tuss likes. If you guys don't know, Tussanee likes wearing bunny ears. She likes wearing little mouse ears.
Last time I wore bear ears. That's
bear ears. Yeah, she lots of ears. Me, I just shaved my head, so I'm feeling pretty sexy.
Polish it.
Yeah. All right. Says, do you guys have a podcast on the Apple Podcast app? Yes, we do. Yes, we do. So look up LashCast on there, or you type in LashCast podcast. We've been there for 2 years, guys. So you'll see that almost all the episodes we've been doing on these Instagram lives are on there. So there's like 7 or 8 of them now. And then there's all the previous episodes, and the early episodes are really about lashes. And then we evolved and had more business. So I think I'm pretty quiet in the first like 8 or 9 episodes, which some people think is a better thing. And then we evolve. The podcast evolves. And so it's still evolving. Like us doing this. I mean, we had no plans to do 3 podcasts a week during this shutdown, but it's worked out and we've enjoyed doing this. And hopefully it's been a gift for you guys. Those of you who've been watching, please, again, as we get close to wrapping up here, as your little payment to us as a thank you, all we ask is that you share this with your other friends. Help get the word out, help to get us more information, or not us more, but more information to more people, because we're really trying to serve our industry, trying to make a difference, to help people. Yes, we have a bigger game plan. We want to do stuff, but we're still trying to pivot. Like I said earlier in the podcast, trying to figure out what that will be. We have some stuff. I'm taking some classes, and when that's all done, we'll unleash it to the world, and God willing, it'll be something that'll be super cool. And depending on which way we pivot with it, I think it's going to be a real help to industry through, well, I won't even say it because I'm going to go on to see. Someone was requesting to go live with us, but sorry. We will. By the way, if you guys, one of the things we're thinking about doing next week is just going live, not during the podcast, but doing some other Instagram lives. And this may Tess may not join. She may just go relax during this time. But there's some other big names, people you guys love and know, who've reached out to me and say, hey, let's do a live. Let's do a live. And I'm thinking, maybe we should just interact and talk to some fellow people and interact and share some ideas with other people in the industry and what they're doing, how they're handling this, and hopefully encouraging you guys for that. So we might do that next week. And if that's cool, let us know. Or if you have someone you want us to talk to, let me know. I think at this point, we're pretty much connected to anyone that at least you probably follow that is a name brand or what's a brand or a trainer or something like that. So it might be fun to get some of these people on and pick their brains and hear a little bit. They'll be kind of outside of our podcast. We won't record it. We'll just put it here. Or maybe we'll put it on Instagram, who knows, or on YouTube. All right. So if there's no questions, we have just, I like sharing this. This is Tussanee's way of letting me know it's time to move on.
She said that last time.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you know. This is it. I should have mine for you.
You know what?
We should drag it out.
Ladies, it's like that moment, like you have like some code worked out ahead of time and like you squeeze your guy.
I know.
And he's like, what? Why are you squeezing my hand? And you're just like, oh my gosh, you are so
When we were
dumb.
first married, that happened actually quite a bit.
I'd be like, what's wrong with your face? Yeah. Why are you winking? What's wrong with you? What are you trying to say? I'd be like, oh.
Yes, that happened all the time. I mean, I literally, for whatever reason, I'd have to say, like, Tussanee, you're kicking my shin. I don't understand. And then meanwhile, I'm sharing some stupid political view or something like that. And Tessa's like, because no one wants to hear your politics, Paul. That's the point. So shut up.
Oh my gosh.
All right. Anyhow, when will we have a LashCast reunion with Erica? Yeah, I don't know. It's been hard. Erica moved to Nashville. And so doing these with Erica is difficult. Maybe we'll just have to have Erica join us one time and throw her into the mix. So yeah, everything's in the air right now. I feel like we're trying to figure out what everything's going to look like. Until now, this is our new format.
It's like the snow globe is all shaken up and all the snow.
Yeah. And I have like 12 episodes recorded right now that I need to get out. Now, unfortunately, some of them are now, I think, not dated correctly. We had one that's really cool with, what's her name? April from Copsa Ade. And now, wait for the pause. The one with Copsa Ade, and I'm not sure if it's really useful anymore because it was all about kind of taxes and information. And now with this whole COVID-19, I think anything financial has been thrown out the window.
You gotta move on it.
Yeah, I know. So I'm also thinking about getting some of those episodes out. So I don't think we have any other questions from anyone else. We just, Don Rack said, love it. So thank you. Cool. I'm glad. And yeah, I think that's pretty much the whole shebang today. I don't think I'll put this one on the podcast just because we didn't go through our normal routine.
Too much,
we just rambled.
It was really nice to connect with you guys. And I
yeah.
hope you have a good weekend.
Yeah, and a happy
Do
Easter.
something good for yourself.
And happy Friday or Good Friday.
It's Friday. It's Good Friday today.
Yeah, so we actually have a church service tonight that at 7. Otherwise, guys, thank you so much for everything you been doing, watching, paying attention, viewing this thing, and share with your friends, all that stuff. Oh, this is my last thing. I knew I was waiting for something to hit me. Forgot. The one thing you guys, if you remember, is we have a giveaway going on. So this giveaway is huge. Someone's going to win a free ticket to LashCon, but it's going to be the person. And the only way you can enter this giveaway is by letting other people know about our other giveaway, which is we're giving away all the audio from LashCon 2019 for free. All they have to do is a link in their bio, click on the top button, and that'll take you right to the page, and you just type in free talks in the discount code, and you get all 24 talks for nothing. So you basically get to experience LashCon, most of LashCon. There are about 4 or 5 talks that did not get done, but you get 24. It's a lot of content, guys. It will take you, probably a couple of weeks if you listen to one a day to get through all of it. So it's great content, a lot of good stuff, and you get that free. But if you let other people know about it, and just go to our Instagram page, you'll see the post. It tells you what you have to do. Follow our pages, tag a few friends, and then repost the other thing. Let everyone know. We're going to draw a winner a week from Monday. So you have until next Friday to promote this. And then on Monday, the 20th, I think it is. Yeah, we're going to draw one winner who'll get a free ticket to LashCon for that upcoming LashCon. So that's kind of cool. And it's another way for us to say thank you for your help supporting us and promoting this and get the word out. Because right now I feel like I just felt like the LashCon audio was sitting around going nowhere. And especially now that money's tighter, we're not going to make any money off of this. So let's just give it away and help other people, encourage them. We'll make money next year. So I think a lot of people think that making money this year, kind of on the downside.
It'll all
more
work
about
out.
surviving right
It's
now and
gonna
just getting
work
through it.
out.
Yep, exactly.
It's
So
gonna work out.
please take a second to do that, promote it, get it, and be entered in that drawing. So hopefully you can win a ticket and not pay for it this year. All right, guys. Otherwise, that's pretty much it. We thank you so much for everything. Otherwise, have a good night, and we'll see you again on Monday.